Okay, guys, welcome back to All Nerd Everything. I'm your favorite film and comic book content creator, Craig. And if you're new to this channel, I talk about your favorite films, TV shows, documentaries, comic books, and excuse me. And as the title says, I'm here to discuss everything I watched in the month of March, from TV shows to docs to film to whatever. And I'm trying to get more into TV shows, so I've been slacking on a lot of my films. However, I wrote a list. I like to write everything down that I watch. I think it's just more practical, and plus it's just easy for me to remember when I have it written down as opposed to notes on my phone. But starting with the TV shows, I already discussed this, but Your Friendly Neighborhood Spider-Man, I thoroughly enjoyed this. I love the animation. It's the best Spider-Man show since Spectacular. I can't wait to see what season 2 has to offer. So go and check my review for Your Friendly Neighborhood Spider-Man if you guys haven't seen my review on that. And for the next TV show I watched Daredevil Born Again. I missed the last week's episode, but this show has been such a disappointment so far. It is a massive step down from its predecessor, and mainly because not only the way the TV show looks, because everything is CGI. I mean, when characters are looking over the city of New York, it's completely ugly. It's just hideous. I think with street criminals, street heroes like a Batman or a Daredevil or a Green Arrow, when you do live a live action depiction of them, I don't think there should be anything that is CGI. I think everything should be practical. And if you are going to enhance something, I would prefer it be VFX rather than, CGI. It adds a more sense of it adds more of a sense of realism with heroes like Batman and Daredevil when it's VFX as opposed to a computer generated image. So not only that, but Daredevil Born Again. The only thing I liked about the show thus far is Kingpin, and he's the only thing that's keeping me invested into watching the show. It feels like I'm watching. The pacing is extremely slow. It feels like I'm watching a CSI show as opposed to a Daredevil comic book show, which is very disappointing. That's all I watch for TV shows for the month of March. Oh, of course, I also watched Severance too. And Severance, God, season 2 of Severance, after what happened in the season finale, whoo, man, I think season 2 eclipses season 1. I mean, my God, Severance, whoo, so damn good. But those are all of the TV shows that I watched. And as far as documentaries, I watched the Three Michaels. Now, this one I gave 3.5 stars, and this is essentially about three Michael Jackson impersonators who are looking to find, looking to get in the industry and find fame and fortune, but they realize that it's a lot easier said than done. They're chasing the dream of being famous and wanting to be Michael, but they don't have anything set up. They don't have an agent. They don't have any sort of like marketing or like web page people can find them on. They don't have a number where people could call them. I mean, that, and even the agent that was talking to them, she was like, "What if a video director wants one of you? or wants two of you but not the other one. So a lot of that stuff came into play as well. So it's really a great documentary, and I was given this documentary by the director of it, who gave me a screening of it, and I thought it was really great. And yeah, I give it 3.5 stars. You guys should definitely check it out. I believe it's on either Hulu or Amazon Prime. It's on one of the two. But yeah, and for the other documentaries, I watched Chaos, the Manson Murderers. I gave 3 stars. You can find this on. My allergies are really fucking up. Spring season is absolutely terrible. But yeah, Chaos, the Manson Murderers, and I watched this on Netflix, and it's a documentary about Charles Manson, and I gave it 3 stars. I mean, there isn't really a whole lot to say about this. Just check it out for yourself. I enjoyed it. The dude is a psychopath. Yeah. And for the second to last doc, the second to last doc I watched was The Twister Caught in the Storm, 3.5 stars on Netflix. And the premise is in May 2011, a massive tornado ripped through Missouri with pulse pounding first-hand footage. This documentary goes inside the deadly Twister, and seeing the chaos that this tornado caused was freaking insane. And hearing people talk about, them losing their homes and just loved ones and fearing for their life as they watched this tornado rip through their town, and how hard it was to recover from that. A lot of them still had PTSD from that event, and it's just very sad to watch. But yeah, I really enjoy. I would prefer to watch stuff like this over, like a Twisters. I think the documentaries are just more. It captures a I think documentaries like, storm documentaries, they just capture a whole different side of what it's actually like to be caught in the eye of a tornado. So yeah, watch this, you guys. I really enjoyed this. And the last documentary I watched, I don't really have a whole lot to say about this one. It's called Con Mom, also on Netflix, and I really hate using Netflix, but I was bored looking for something to watch, and it's about a chef's life is upended when a jet-setting, champagne-sipping, hotel-hopping woman claims to be his long-lost mother. And his mom was a piece of crap. She was a terrible person, manipulating her son and other people to spend tons of cash on her, and she was always saying, "Oh, I'm gonna pay you back. Oh, I'm your mother. How can you not spend money on me?" And yeah, when by the time he found out that his mother was just using him and manipulating him, and also other people to gain some sort of something out of them, it was already too late. He lost his wife, he lost his child, and his wife warned him multiple times, but he got very defensive and didn't want to listen, and was like, "Hey, that's my mother. What do you want me to do?" But I mean, by the end, I didn't feel bad for him at all. I mean, his mother was a really was really a piece of work. I'm trying not to curse. I'm trying to refrain from cursing. But yeah, his mom was a piece of crap to manipulate people into manipulate and gaslight people into gaining some sort of compensation from them. I mean, that's just terrible. But I gave this 2 stars. I mean, it was just okay. It was whatever. I just threw this on because I was looking for something new to watch and I was bored. That's all the documentaries. On to film. I watched Wildflower. You can find this on Hulu, and is starring Kieran Shipka. But let me know if I'm pronouncing that wrong. But y'all know who I'm talking about. I rated this 3.5 stars, and it's the premise is the story of B Johnson from birth to graduation as she navigates life with an intellectual disabled parent and an extended family who can't quite agree on the best way to help. And this film has a lot of tension in it, a lot of drama, of course, especially with B trying to navigate her high school life and also what she's going to do after high school while also taking care of her, mentally disabled parents. And she doesn't want to leave. She doesn't want to be too far away from them because she's afraid that something might happen. But I mean, this is based on the true story, by the way. But I don't want to spoil anything for anyone who has not seen this. But this was really really good, and it's really sad to see when when the child has to take care of their parents. I mean, when it's one parent who has a physical or a mental, who's physically disabled or has a mental health problem, it's really sad. But when it's both parents and the kid has to take care of themselves and also their parents as well, I mean, it's really eye opening. Like B was a pretty much a, an adult before she became an adult because she was taking care of herself, her parents. She was worried about her high school life and also trying to get into college as well. A whole bunch of stuff that played into her not truly act to her not actually having her own like childhood because she had to play parent so much. So yeah, I can't say any more than that. But watch this; it is so freaking good. And next up, I watched 100 Yards. I rate this 4.5 stars, and this takes place in 1920s China, and the son of a martial arts master and his apprentice fight over who's going to take over the academy. And there's like rules to fighting, like it has to be behind closed doors, no one can watch. And if you fight in the open with people watching, it's considered like frowned upon. It's a it, it has a great score, great cinematography. What I really love about you know Japanese about Japan and like China films is that the action is secondary. It's always the story that comes first, and you remember the story more than you remember the action. Now, the action sequences are fantastic in 100 Yards. It's great. But when it comes to how we do action films, we always worry about, we always worry and worry about and focus more on the action first, and the story is usually secondary, which in this film is the complete opposite, which I really love. So 100 Yards, y'all need to watch this film. I gave it 4.5 stars. Dope as hell. Next, I watched Bob Trevino Likes It. I gave this 4 stars, and it's about a people pleasing young woman is involuntary estranged is involuntary voluntarily estranged from her narcissistic father. Unex, unexpectedly befriends a childless man with the same name as her father on the internet. And her dad is a piece of crap. I mean, the way he gaslights her into thinking that she owes him something for being his in for being her father. I mean, the dude that she was hanging out with that she met on the internet. Yeah, I know the whole premise sounds very strange and creepy. Like, woo, stranger danger. But he's a way better father to her than her actual dad was to her. And he's probably going to go down as one of the worst fathers in film history. The dude was a piece of crap, and I just wanted to slap the taste out of his mouth. So, y'all need to watch this. Very dope. It has the actress uh, from God, what's the TV show? Euphoria, and I want to see her in more things because she's really good. I haven't seen her in too much other than this and Unpregnant. She has a slight appearance in Note, but she doesn't really play a huge factor. But yeah, I would like to see what she has going on in the future after watching this. And for my final films, Novocaine, I gave that 3.5 stars. And I mean, just go check my review out on Novocaine. I actually like it better than a lot of people did. And Amber Midthunder, she does way more in this film than she did in Opus. And in Opus, they completely wasted her. So Novocaine, I would like to see this movie again because I had a lot of fun with this film. And based on the trailer, you would think it's damsel in distress film, but it's the complete opposite of what you think it is. So there's a lot more than what the trailer shows you. So I had fun with it. And speaking of Opus, I gave that 2.5 stars. And yeah, just check my review out on that. I already discussed this film, but it's essentially Get Out, Midsommar, The Menu, and what was the other one? Blink Twice. And I have not seen either of the last two films. But yeah, it was just like, I mean, I've seen this all over again. And it just felt like deja vu the whole time I was watching it. I mean, don't get me wrong, the acting is great, but there wasn't really a whole lot to work with because a lot of the stuff that I was watching, I already saw in the films that I just named. So, yeah. Next up, The Electric State, 0.5 star. I don't need to discuss this. Please, Netflix, let Millie Bobby Brown go because y'all are ruining her career. And this film was just complete garbage. Garbage. And I didn't even finish the film. I got maybe half an hour into it and I cut it off. I just could not take it anymore. I was losing my mind. So yeah, The Electric State was trash. 0.5 star. I also watched The Raid, and I don't know why I didn't hear about this. I gave this 4.5 stars. Now it's about this SWAT team who raids, no pun intended, who raids this safe house with a drug lord in it. But it turns out that the drug lord was already aware of the SWAT team, and he has this whole plan to keep them there. So the SWAT team is essentially stuck in this safe house, and it turns out that there's a mole within the SWAT team that ratted them out to the drug lord. So not only do they have to fight for their life to escape the safe house, but they also have to find the mole who ratted them out and also stop the drug lord. Oh my God, this was so damn good. The tension in this, there were so many times where I was like, oh, nobody's gonna make it out alive in this one. I mean, you're in his house, and the amount of hidden cameras that he has placed throughout the throughout the building, and the amount of people that he has underneath his thumb, it is freaking scary as hell. But you guys need to watch The Raid. It is so fantastic. I love it. And finally, I watched Odessa. I gave that one 2 stars. Odessa, the trailer looked great, but Regina Hall's character felt very over the top. It felt like I was watching a Saturday morning, she felt like a Saturday morning cartoon villain. And Odessa is her, but played by Sadie Sink. Her character is queer in the film, However, she meets a queer man and they fall in love and get married, which was confusing. I was like, wait, what? This movie did not need a love story at all. In my opinion, if you're gonna do a love story, have Sadie Sink's love interest be a girl. A girl. It didn't make any sense at all. And their love for each other, it didn't really feel believable to me. And there weren't really a lot of catchy songs in this film at all. I mean, this had potential to be great, but there were a lot of things that were wrong with it. And yeah, so cut the love story out or make Odessa's love interest a woman, because in my opinion, I think they should have just had the the two. I believe the love interest name is Yuri, something like that. Yuri and Odessa. I think they could have had them relate to each other because of their queerness without having to fall in love with each other. You could have them relate to each other because of them being in the closet or them being shamed because of their sexuality, so they express it through music. I think that would have been way better. And yeah, so this film was not what they advertised it to be. So yeah, that's everything I watched in the month of March. Let me know what you guys think. But until then, don't forget to like, comment, subscribe,